Hi, my name is Cyprian McFarland. I'm a recruiting specialist with College Prospects of America. Today is Wednesday, October 1st, and this is my 10th edition of Tips from the Cypster, my weekly video blog with regards to athletic recruiting, mainly from an Ontario perspective. Now, my business centers around helping Ontario or Canadian athletes obtain U.S. athletic scholarships. However, this week I'd like to talk about athletic financial awards or athletic scholarships in the province of Ontario and across Canada. Now, Ontario does offer athletic scholarships. They are called athletic financial awards. Now, the maximum amount that you can get or that you're eligible for as an Ontario University athlete, the maximum amount per year is $4,000. That's the maximum amount that the university can offer you in terms of an athletic scholarship. They can offer you less, but they cannot offer you more than $4,000. Now, the money is not unlimited. Some schools are going to have a larger pot of money to offer athletes in terms of athletic financial awards. Some schools are going to have less. So the money's not unlimited, and not every school is going to have the same amount. The next thing is that the money is not necessarily going to be renewable year after year after year. You might be offered that only for your first year, right? Or first and second year. It all depends on the school and the coach and the amount of dollars that they have available. So you'll need to check, one, to make sure that you're eligible in the amount, and two, to see if the amounts are going to be renewable. The next thing is, how do I qualify? Well, in terms of academic qualifications, you need to have a minimum average of at least 80% to be eligible for an athletic financial award in the province of Ontario. So maximum $4,000. In order to get that, in terms of my grade 12 or the grades that I'm going to be submitting for university admissions requirements, I need to have a minimum of 80%. Now, depending on the program that you're going to be applying to, you might need an average of higher than 80%. However, in order to be eligible for an athletic financial award, you need to have a minimum average of 80%. All right, let's talk about now outside of Ontario. Outside of Ontario, the rules are a bit different, and in terms of in some cases, a bit more generous than what is in Ontario. Right? In Ontario, like I said, capped at $4,000, you need 80%. Outside of Ontario, the amount that you're eligible for is what is referred to or calculated by the school in terms of what their tuition is and what their compulsory or additional fees are. So Ontario, $4,000. Outside of Ontario, tuition plus fees. You'd have to check with the particular institution in order to see what their entrance requirements are in terms of what the average is. Now, when you take a look at that, $4,000 in the province of Ontario, that's not going to cover the cost if I live on residence. It's probably going to cost me between $15,000 and $20,000. So what am I going to do? Well, you contact the coach and you see if I'm eligible for that possible maximum award or even some dollars, right? But the maximum, of course, is going to be $4,000. Now, what you should do, one next thing, is work hard on your grades and get the highest average possible and check to see if you might be eligible for any type of academic scholarships, bursaries, or some type of awards. So then what you would do is you would take the amount of the athletic financial award or athletic scholarship, add that any type of academic scholarship, and then hopefully those amounts added together would make up a big chunk and be able to offset the full cost of tuition for that particular year and hopefully save your parents some money. Now, the CIS has come up with a very exciting pilot project this year specific to female ice hockey players, in which only in female ice hockey can you possibly get a full ride to go to a school in Canada, where schools, assuming they have the money to fund the projects, are able to offer female ice hockey players tuition, fees, room, and board. So if you know of any female ice hockey players that are really good and perhaps want to stay in Canada and don't want to go to the US, right? Get them to check this out. This pilot project that possibly could offer them a full ride to go to school and play hockey in Canada. So that's it for this week. Usually, like I said, my business focuses on helping Ontario or Canadian athletes get scholarships to the US, but this week I thought I'd talk about Canada. So, that's it for this week. I hope you found this very informative and enlightening in terms of athletic financial awards or scholarships in Canada. Once again, my name is Cyprian McFarland. I'm a recruiting specialist with College Prospects of America. My website is www.cpoarecruit.com, and my number is 647-668-5191. Thanks for listening and have a great week.